Morgan Stanley slashes Spotify stock price target from 300 to 225. So what does this mean for artists? Why should artists care about this? You should care about this because this is a prediction of the long-term success of a company and how many more subscribers the company is going to get, how much it's going to grow. So Morgan Stanley, they're analyzing how well Spotify as a company is going to do in the future, how much it's going to grow. So kind of what this is saying is they think, at least in the near future, that they don't see Spotify really doing anything that's going to cause them to grow more, get more revenue. Spotify's model, it's important that you understand Spotify's model because people kind of just like blindly put it on there now, where if you're going to do it wisely, you actually don't have to put it on Spotify. I know I'm not saying that for a reason of like, what's the guy's name? Neil Young or something like that, taking it off. That's not a reason for doing it in my eyes. It'd be more so for the reason that you have a financial strategy. If you're doing NFTs and other things, that it creates an exclusive community, kind of like Ryan Leslie did. Ryan Leslie would be the pioneer of this, where he went independent and then he had his fans support his system. It just wasn't done in a day where the technology was available that fans could own a part of that ecosystem. So with this downgrade of the stock target, the street downgraded the stock from C- rating to a D+ rating in a report back in March. And then Pivotal Research decreased its price target from 385 to 235 instead of buy rating in February. Finally, Credit Suisse, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Suisse Group cut their price target on Spotify from 270 to the 238 range with a neutral rating. So everybody's cutting this. This is part of a larger drop in the market. A lot of people believe. Obviously, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just reading what they're saying. But this overall just means people are not bullish on Spotify. I've been saying digging into the weeds. They're kind of just looking at fundamentals of the business. Hey, how many more subscribers is this getting? They're not really looking at the innovation of the company, if you ask me. I've said publicly, on our channel that Spotify's not innovating at the rate they need to be. They did okay with the whole podcasting thing. Like, I definitely think podcasting will be something that people listen to more and more as time goes on. It's pretty much on-demand talk radio. And there's still countries and markets that they can go into to expand that. I don't see them innovating, even though Meta is taking a hit right now. They're at least of the mindset of innovation. Like, at least you hear them talking about the innovation some. With Spotify, they're constantly behind this 8 ball of Clubhouse comes out with something, and then Spotify, and then after Clubhouse comes out with their pretty much phone calls is what you're listening to on Clubhouse. Facebook then comes out with something, Twitter has something, all of them hop onto it. So yes, they were late, but then Spotify comes out with something way later than the other people will come out with it. That's not innovation, or even if you're trying to be second to market, you're like far too slow at that point. So if you don't have the same resources that a Facebook would have, then you have to play a different game. You have to be more innovative so that you can get more of those home runs. Like, Instagram is known for just copying features from people, right? They copied Snapchat, and that really worked out for them, but it's because they were quick enough to copy it. Spotify's not being quick enough to copy these things. So, if this would be what I'm personally doing, not giving you financial advice, but what I'm personally doing, if I don't see the innovation that needs to happen in social tokens, which, surprise, surprise, Meta recently discussed that they were going to start working on social tokens. then I really would not be bullish on Spotify. Like, yeah, you can still put your music there, but you really do need to start testing out some of these other platforms such as Audius or there's these engaged to earn social media apps coming out that instead of, you accumulating a bunch of followers on TikTok and then trying to go find sponsors to give you money for you to be an influencer, there's engaged to earn social media apps now that are coming out that you don't have to wait for the sponsor. You can actually get paid to just create content right on the social media app. And the more people that engage with your content, the more you get rewarded with a cryptocurrency that is native to that app. So if you haven't seen our other video, there should be a video up on our Social Token News channel about Taki app. That is one of them that we'll go over. But a lot's going to be happening. So if you can be one of the first people to try out the new technologies, kind of like the first people who tried out TikTok, the new kid on the block, they really benefited. You need to do the same thing with your music. Spotify's not doing that right now. So I'm saying don't copy them. Do the opposite. And people know we're telling the truth because we sell Spotify promotion. Like, we do playlisting. We go find playlisters and playlists, and we've been doing that for years. And we're one of the largest people online who do that. So when we say this is not like we would be making it up, because that would just hurt our, set and cruise business model. But instead, what we're doing is innovating as well. So obviously people know we have a social token. We talk about NFTs a lot. We talk about crypto a lot. And that is actually the more difficult path right now for us to do, because if we wanted to say, hey, Spotify's fine, just keep spending most of your marketing budget on Spotify, that would be more harmful to you. Like, we might make more money in the short term for that. But what we've done is chosen the opposite route, where we might actually make less money in the short term. But then, we know that we told you guys the right thing to do, the smart thing to do. And then in the long run, this should work out, because this social tokens, NFTs, have such utility to them when they're done right, that it's going to be just like, the Web 2.0, people call it, the internet, essentially, the functional internet, where it just became integrated with our lives. People use these social media apps every day. You watch YouTube every day. You do something. Most people in the Western world do something involving the internet every day. It's going to be like that, where you kind of can't get around it. So be innovators. Don't just follow the path of Spotify. That's why their stock is being downgraded. It's not because of anything with Joe Rogan or anything like that. It's being downgraded for their price target because they're not innovating enough. At least that's my take.